Orson the bear learns a lesson. In a sunny forest lived a big bear named Orson. He loved to play games, but sometimes his games weren't very kind. He thought it was funny to use his big size to tease the smaller animals. One day, a little squirrel named Pip was busy gathering acorns for the long winter. She worked hard, carefully piling them up at the base of a big oak tree. Orson saw her and thought it would be a funny game. With a loud roar and a big paw, he swatted at the pile of acorns. They scattered everywhere. Pip looked at her hard work, now a big mess on the forest floor, and scurried away, leaving the acorns behind. High in a tree, a wise old owl named Sage had watched the whole thing. He flew down and landed on a branch near Orson. "Orson," he hooted softly, "I have a task for you. I need you to gather some rare purple berries from the thorny bramble patch," said Sage. "They are very important for my special tea." Orson puffed out his chest. "Easy," he said. Orson took a deep breath and tried to push his way through the thick, thorny vines. But they were too tangled and strong. He grunted and pushed, but the more he tried, the more the thorns pricked at his fur. He tried a different way, reaching his big paw high over the top of the bushes. But the berries were tucked deep inside, and his long claws just couldn't get a grip on the tiny, delicate stems. "Maybe a tool will help," he huffed. He found a long, sturdy stick and tried to use it to hook the branches closer. But the stick was too clumsy, and he only managed to knock a few berries to the ground. After a long time, Orson sat down with a sigh. His fur was ruffled, and a few small scratches stung his nose. He looked at the bramble patch, feeling defeated. "This isn't easy at all," he mumbled to himself. Just then he looked up and saw Pip, who had returned to gather her acorns. She was zipping between the bushes, her small paws expertly picking up each one. Orson watched her, and a new feeling grew in his chest. He watched how carefully she worked, how she didn't rush, and how she was so determined to finish her task. He remembered how he had so carelessly undone all her hard work with one big paw. A knot formed in his stomach. He wasn't just a big bear who liked to play games. He was a bully. He had used his size to make someone else's life harder, and now his size was making his own life harder. He knew what he had to do. He stood up slowly and walked toward Pip. He didn't know if she would listen, but he had to try. He had to make things right. Orson walked over to her, his head down. "Pip," he mumbled, "I'm sorry. I didn't think about how hard it would be for you. My size, which I used to be a bully, is also a problem for me now." Pip looked at him, surprised. "You need help?" she asked. Orson nodded. "I can't get the purple berries." "Will you help me?" Pip smiled. "Of course," she said. "Let's do it together." Pip scampered into the bramble patch, her small size a perfect fit. Orson carefully used his big paws to gently hold back the thorny branches, creating a path for her to get to the berries. She quickly gathered the delicate purple berries, one by one, and passed them to Orson. He carefully placed them in a small basket he had brought with him. They worked as a team, each using their own unique size and skills. Before long, the basket was full of the beautiful, rare berries. Orson held it up, a wide, proud smile on his face. "We did it," he said. They took the basket to Sage, who was waiting patiently on his branch. "Well done, Orson," he hooted, his eyes twinkling. "You've learned a very important lesson today." From that day on, Orson was no longer a bully. He and Pip became the best of friends, proving that the greatest strength of all is kindness, and that working together is always better than working alone.